Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now it's time for your weekend tech tip, brought to you by Chevy Silverado.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Hopefully this tech tip will just give you another little tool that you can use when you get into a very frustrating situation. Now, it's silver season. B runs are on their way. A runs are pretty much tapered out or are tapering out. B runs are where things get really interesting, right? When they get into tributaries, doesn't matter what side of the Columbia you're on, when they get into tributaries and they keg up into holes, deeper water, slow water, pools, whatever, back eddies, and they're just rolling around and they won't bite. It is one of the most frustrating situations to be in if you're targeting any species of fish when you know they're there and you're throwing everything out on the right way and they just simply won't bite. And that's what silvers do. They're really, really good at it. But there are a couple of things that you can do, and this is one that was a gift to GPS. And it's been so long to say this, but it was like 2010, 2011, somewhere in there, when we were still in a little locker with a camera right in front of my face, where I ran into one of our viewers, and he's like, this is a gift for you and all the viewers. This is one that's helped me out a lot. And when he showed me this, I had the same reaction that a lot of you may have if you've never seen this before, but I can promise you that it works. He's like, try an 8mm orange or red bead pegged above your wiggler or your spinner. And I'm like, dude, seriously, you really want me to put that on live television? And son, brother, and somebody else that was with him in the boat were like, no, man, it works great. And so since then, I've actually used it to some success. Now, I've mentioned already today, it's not a magic wand or something that just works every single time. I'd probably call it a 60-ish percenter, somewhere in there. Again, where you're throwing plugs through, grinding them through spinners, whatever it might be, and they're just, even sometimes you might even see them following, but they're not taking whatever it is that you're throwing. So let's get a shot with that Kershaw Tech Cam, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. And some of you have already seen this. I get it. But it was asked yesterday, and I just love this one. It's just one of those tech tips that a lot of people don't know about. And I honestly think, oh, and works great if you're trolling plugs as well. If you're pulling them behind the boat, burning plugs, doesn't matter what situations you're in, that also has helped out with these wigglers themselves, right? So it's just any time that you're going to be presenting them, casting them, trolling them. Spinners, of course, typically that's when you're casting them, right? But I also think that there's something to be said here about fishing for silvers. Who knows, it might work for Chinook. We've caught Chinook this way, but it was fall Chinook along the coast, so that kind of changed things a little bit. But behind a 360, say in front of a stuffer bait, also might be interesting, because this is something based on the time of year where the silvers are like, that really upsets me seeing this, and they just bite at it. It seems like out of aggression. But anyway, here you go. So all we're gonna do here, if my eyes will work for me, is you're just gonna take an 8mm bead, as you can see right there. Hopefully you can see that. You take a toothpick, and one bit of advice I'm gonna give here is don't jam that toothpick in there so hard that it dents your leader. This is 15-pound mono, and 15-pound is perfectly fine. I have never seen, or at least I've never thought that silvers were, refusing whatever I'm throwing because of leader, okay? So 15-pound, those silvers can really start to tumble around, and that could be a problem. So I want to have at least 15-pound. All you're going to do is you're going to take a toothpick, you're going to break it off, and you're going to keep it about 3 to 4 inches above that plug. Okay, you can see that right there. Now, again, if you've not seen this here before, or you've never heard of this before, you're going to go, what in the world? Are you serious? And again, I actually said the exact same thing, but I've got plenty of fish with this in the exact situation that I'm referring to, where it frustrates you enough where you're willing to uncut all your stuff to put that bead on, which is a thing, right? You get frustrated, you just want to keep casting. You don't want to change things, although that's probably the best time to change things. So that's all you're going to do. I mean, it's just that simple. It's not going to change how it casts, how it flies when it's through the air. It's not going to change how the plug works. It's just going to give enough of an eyeball there that when the silvers see it, They absolutely just destroy this thing. So, I mean, when it does work and the fish are willing to bite it, you're going to know it, right? Again, I'm not going to say it works every time, 60%-ish roughly, trolling it, casting it. But again, that little gap right there, 3 to 4 inches, whatever, is just about perfect. And you can change colors, change sizes. 10 mil isn't going to hurt. You can even go down smaller if the water was clear. And really kind of what the theory is here. And the same thing with spinners. This is just a size 4 blue fox, size 5, whatever you like to throw for silvers. Size 5 is popular. You can do the exact same thing. Just take that bead, peg it up there, same distance, same everything. Because remember, the fish think that this is a small bait fish, something that is chasing, or the plug, is chasing that egg. This is a time of year where they're going up to spawn. They get a little bit protective, and this just seems to trigger that mode of protect the eggs. Now, I don't know. I am not a fish. I don't know, I might think that way sometimes. But I do believe, and this is what was referred to me when the individual, and forgive me, I just can't recall his name after so many years, said that he believed the same thing, is that the fish see this little fish chasing that bead egg in the water column, and it just drives them nuts. That they want to say, we're going to eat you before you eat that egg. Now, is that true or not? I have no clue. But I can guarantee you, 100% promise you, that I have seen in my own hand fish follow, refuse completely, not interested in biting, run that same plug through there or a spinner, and you get bit. Now again, doesn't work every time, but it's certainly something to try, so keep that in the toolbox. And also, for those that are out chasing silvers right now with 360s and fishing a spin fish or a cut plug, I mean, any number of them, I would shrink things down, 2.5, even 3.0, but 2.5 or even 2.0, depending on which version of stuffer that you're using. That bead in front of it could also be a thing. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to be like, oh, okay, there's a big 360 down there and right in front. Oh, I'm not eating that. No, that's not going to happen. What is going to happen is that you might trigger an additional bite, even behind a 360 with that bead on there. It's worth trying. Does it mean that you're going to outfish everybody on the water? Who knows? Odds are no. But if you could get that extra 1 or 2 bites, it's worth it all. And depending on where you are, where you can keep any silver that you catch, above Bonneville, below Bonneville, above falls, below falls, where you can keep anything, it can make the difference between having a banner day or not. So just try it. If it's worth it, if it works for you, send us a photo. I'd love to be able to show that off. We've done that many times with this. But there's that tech tip. That's the Chevy Silverado tech tip of the week. And the only other thing I would throw in there, as far as the wigglers go, the goofiest colors you can find, that's what I would start out with if you're trolling them or casting them. If it's chartreuse based or pink or orange, got all the goofy little patterns. For whatever reason, that's what silvers really, really love. Oh, and some sort of crawfish procure scent might be a way to go. All right, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, I've got Bill Monroe Jr. from Bill Monroe Outdoors. He's down in Astoria chasing silvers as we speak. We're going to find out how that's going, how he's doing it, what his thoughts are on those silvers working their way upriver, and then the segment following, we're going to talk about opportunity, what his thoughts are, what he's hearing about what's happening on the Columbia. We'll be right back.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive Turbo Max engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.